This is the story of Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 3 minutes. Let's begin. In the heat of World War II, Johann Schmidt, the leader of the Nazi regime Hydra, discovers the mystical relic known as the Tesseract. Schmidt's scientists use the device to create new technologies and weapons for the Nazis. Schmidt hires a scientist to create the Super Soldier program, which enhances human bodies to become ultimate weapons. Schmidt himself undergoes the experiment, and he becomes the Red Skull. The scientist who created the Super Soldier serum escapes Germany and travels to America. There, he meets Steve Rogers, a young man desperately wishing to fight for his country despite his physical ineligibility. The scientist injects Rogers with the super serum, and Rogers becomes Captain America, the perfect American soldier, used primarily in propaganda rather than actual combat. Rogers enters combat, leading an army faction known as the Howling Commandos with his childhood friend, Bucky Barnes. While on a mission to retrieve one of the Red Skull scientists, Bucky is thrown off a train and is presumed dead. Bucky is found by Hydra in secret, mind-wiped, and recreated into an unstoppable assassin known as the Winter Soldier. Rogers takes down Red Skull by crashing his plane into the icy waters of the Arctic and sacrificing himself. But rather than die, Rogers becomes frozen in a block of ice. Peggy Carter and Howard Stark create the government agency known as S.H.I.E.L.D. Hydra uses the Winter Soldier to change and direct the political course of countries around the world over the course of decades. S.H.I.E.L.D. grows to be one of the largest, most top-secret organizations in United States history. 70 years after Rogers' sacrifice, S.H.I.E.L.D. discovers him and thaws him out of the ice block. They charge him with leading the Avengers, a group of superpowered vigilantes who have formed a team to stop the Asgardian god Loki, who now controls the Tesseract. The Avengers defeat Loki, and Rogers attempts to return to a normal life. 2 years pass when an assassination attempt on S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury's life points to a mole within the government agency. Rogers learns that Bucky is the Winter Soldier, and the gang teams up with now rogue members of S.H.I.E.L.D. to dismantle the organization in an attempt to destroy Hydra. Captain America leads the attack against the Nazi organization as Hydra prepares to kill millions of innocent people. He succeeds in stopping them, but refuses to fight his old friend Bucky. Bucky realizes the killer he has become, spares Rogers' life, and goes into hiding. Rogers vows to find him. During a mission with the Avengers, Rogers gets into a fight with Tony Stark about his new creation, Ultron, a massively strong artificial intelligence peacekeeping program. Rogers and Stark argue over their responsibilities in regards to keeping the world safe. The AI unexpectedly becomes sentient, questions its own purpose, and creates an even better plan to save Earth. By destroying the world, he extracts an entire European city and throws it at the Earth like a meteor. The Avengers stop him and part ways. The United Nations votes in favor of a program that regulates the use of the Avengers' powers on an international level. Rogers finds Bucky as the government plans to incarcerate him for his past crimes. Rogers defends Bucky and challenges the regulation, splitting the Avengers into two opposing factions, one led by Captain America and the other by Iron Man. And that's it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you could take a moment to subscribe, that'd be fantastic. I'd like to take this time to ask you guys a personal question. Who is your favorite superhero? Personally, I'm gonna go with Batman. Not that I don't like Captain America, but if I had to pick one off the top of my head, it would be Batman.